Hello everyone. My God, it's been a long time since I made a video, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are still um, subscribed and watching. Um, yeah, I've been busy with work, with 3 jobs, so all the time, and mojo all gone. Just didn't feel like doing anything. So, but I kept wanting to do it, but so I just slowly, do a little bit at a time. And this baby that I'm about to show you has taken me a long time, weeks and weeks, doing a bit here and there when I feel like it. So yeah, so I'm not gonna take long because I don't want it to be a long, boring video. Um, so it's just a flip through because I didn't have time to do any tutorial, much as I would love to, but it's just hard when you got limited time. But one day, I'll do a little bit of tutorial here and there, if you would like to see what I made. So anyway, so this is it. This is the Snow Angel vintage fabric journal, book journal actually, because it's a book as well as it's a journal that you got some journaling stuff that you could write on. Primarily is fabric, but with some the cards and whatnot, I backed with some papers, so you could write on, but you don't have to. But anyway, so yeah, so this is finished. The digitals are from TaylorMade. TaylorMade? Yeah, TaylorMade something. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. On Etsy anyway. So journal, yeah, TaylorMade journals. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, so it's all printed on fabric, all vintage fabric. So she is about 7 inches tall by 5 inches wide, and she's chunky. It's about 7 inches wide at the the front there, because it is this. I kept building it up, become thicker and thicker, and this is the spine bit, which I use a 3-inch, 4-inch. I think I can. Let me see what I've got here. 3-inch rings, binding rings. They are huge. So I use that to bind the pages, and then you can see all these tassels that I just tie on. These are majority are all vintage, so it can be reused if you wanted to. So that was the idea. Right, so this is the front page, where you can see this gorgeous little snow angel. So, and I just decorated it with some appliques and some vintage applique there with some rosette rose, and one of my all-time favorites, dangle pearls. And then what I do is I use this as a flip open, so that you could see all the vintage laces that I have collage on the page. Because I thought, if I were to just stick it onto the page, you couldn't see. It's a waste of complete time and effort that you covered up all the work of the laces that been collaged onto the page. So I just thought I'd do a flip on the topper, and then you could see the work and the vintage laces. And then I stamp a French stamp on there and moments, but the rest is in French. So if you know French, you understand it, but I don't. So I kind of hold this book together, all the pages together with this beautiful vintage. I believe it's a cuff, a sleeve cuff. Okay, it came like that when I bought it, so I just thought it's so beautiful. I just love it. All this hand sewn embroidery. So I sewn on these mother of pearl button onto the page because well, I just thought that's the way to attach it. So that is the first page. Right, I hope you can see it because it's just very big. Right, so on the back of that, I've got this topper. Okay, and it's got all these snippets on there, a little bit of what do you call it, washi tape stickers, and on the back you can see is all you can journal on if you want. And I made all these toppers out of coffee filters. Okay, so you know, if you wish to see how I make them, one day I'll make a tutorial. So that is the topper for there, and you can see all the vintage laces, how I lay it up. And there's pocket out of vintage lace there, a little bit of dangle, and then I sewn them on so that they're secure. That goes there. And so this second page, you can see, is that lovely. What I did was I sewn them onto this is actually out of a wedding dress with ruffles. I just cut off all the extra and just because I love the padding, you know, without having to do the padding myself. So I just kind of sewed it onto the wedding dress. I think it's the skirt. So all these vintage doilies I just glue on. It's all fabric tag, so it's no hot glue. This, I love this. This is attached on the as a hinge there with a collar, and then I've got this lovely flower there. Again, is another French stamp. It's a imagine, and then there's all a bunch of French words which I don't understand. So yeah, all these are all sewn on. The base of these pages are actually fabric pages that are folded together. Yeah, I forgot to show you now. So they're folded together, and then I've got like an eyelet, and then in here, in the top is a pocket. So here's another lovely tag. So is the coffee filters, and then back with the vintage, actually antique dictionary paper, just all sewn on. And then I thought that, you know, that'd be a lovely tag on top there. So that is that one again. So this one, the pocket is on the side. So I sewed the top and bottom to give it the pocket at the side, whereas this one, I just sewed on at the side here on the bottom. So there's another tag, and there's a lovely snow angel. There's a lovely vintage trim there, and this is a vintage beaded trim as well. So majority, 95% is all vintage trims. So except for maybe like this kind of applique collar there. So here is a bit of mixed media at the back there. That have stencil and stamp and gesso. So that is that on the side. And then on this side here is the pocket, which vintage dyed, avocado dyed doily that was gifted to me by Gail. Thank you, Gail. Gail is a father of 4. Look at that. So there's another tag. This is like a snippet. There we go. So this is our coffee filter. That goes in there. And this page is held on with another vintage collar there. So there's the girl. It hinges by this lovely, lovely lace. There. At the back here is a couple more stamps or French. No idea. So they all stamped on fabric and glue on there. So that is that. And the tag on the top, let's go over here first. So that is how I held this tag with this vintage color. So I'm gonna put it back on. It's a lot of details. I just want to make a quick videos, you know, to look into it. It's a lot of details on it. Look at this. I love this. This is the edging of a vintage tray cloth or something. I love how it's ripped. I just love the edges on there. And then there's a bit of what you call it, snippets. And then this, I love the coffee filter, how you ruffle up, you know, to look really nice. That's the back. So this tag, have you seen this tag? There we go, there's another tag. So it's got a whole bunch of trims there as a bow. It's a messy bow there. So I just kind of collage on with a bling. There's another bling there. So these are angels, they all got wings. The tag, it goes on the top. So this one, okay, it's kind of held together with this old piece of ripped up tie. And there is another applique that as a hinge of this lovely angel. And there is the French stamps again. This one is actually, I wanted it like that. There we go. So you can kind of close on this topper there with this lovely applique sequin beaded. I just love that. So that goes there. So that was held together, as you can see, because I wanted to have this lovely, this is antique actually, lace. I threaded this rip up piece of vintage fabric, went through there, and I created this ruffle, which I just thought is lovely, like it goes across this tag, and this coffee filter looks like a ruffle skirt on this tag, doesn't it? So that is the tag of this. So I just got some snippets of old vintage fabric on there. And that is the bag. So that goes, I love the bag. I love these antique lace there, bobbin lace. So that goes back there to tie it. Oh, sorry, forgot. So here on the side is the pocket with a little booklet, and this cut out fabric image of this lovely snow angel, and I use this old bit of lace there, cut out like her wings coming out. And this is actually doilies, sorry, not doily, coffee filter, which I put many pieces together, and then went through embossing folder, and then I split it with a bit of to do it, it's better to dye your filter first, then emboss. So you can look at this raised area. I love the feel of it. So then just bits of there's a bag, paper, all antique papers. So there is a tag, and in the tag there's just some tags there in the bag, and so bit of journaling spaces. So that goes in that pocket, the little booklet, and now I can tie it back again. And so this page got all these applique there with lots of sea beads and sequin on this lovely snow angel. That's an antique bit of trim there. So more French labels. They're all different, all of them. So if you know how to read French, though, it'll be interesting. So that one goes there. So let's hope you can see it all. So this page here, I got an old vintage collar, which I just sew attached with vintage buttons, mother of pearl buttons. So it's on there, not glue on, because it's so fine you can't glue really. There's an old applique as well. And this little tag is a little snow angel. It's a boy, isn't she? He's cute. I just don't know. It's too cute. I'm not going to pass this. And then I put that vintage doily. It's not a doily. It's actually it's a square piece with this round applique thing. I just cut it into half, and then it looks like wings. There's the back. And there's a little bit of snippets with lace, and then there's a little angel there. So that is the, that goes here. So have I done this tag? There you go. There is another tag at the top. And this is all coffee paper filter. I love this image. These are all vintage flowers. I absolutely love these flowers. From I love this lot. Couldn't put the whole thing on, it's too big, so I just cut a little bit out. And that goes in the top pocket. So altogether that is 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so the last one here, let's hope I can get it all into frame. So I'm gonna have to get this up. There we go. So this is the last one. So I'll just put this gorgeous applique on there. And then here's this gorgeous image. And this is a beautiful, beautiful beaded applique. So all my favorite stuff. So there's a hinge on with another collar applique. And then the pocket is another snow angel. And love this antique trim here. So it's a roll of flat back pearls. And then I make like a sew ruffle, paper ruffle down the edge and glue it onto the edge here. So that looks like a little bit of lace. So that goes in this pocket. So at the back, let's see if I can get it. In the back here, you can see all the vintage lace and whatnot, and then I've got this lovely piece of applique which I stuck onto the doily. So that is the calf. You can see, look. So it's also attached onto, I sew this button onto the back here. So this is an original buttonhole. I could not put it to the front because this is the back here. I could not turn it around for this in the front. So I have to attach this on the back properly. And then just come back around here and then cut a little slit here to for this button. So that created my crochet for this book. And then yeah, so that is the chunky Snow Angel fabric book journal. I hope you can see it all and you like it. And this is all the trim here on the spine, and that is the front. Well, I hope you can see it properly, and it's taken me a while, so I hope you enjoy this video. I'm sorry if it's a bit quick. I just didn't want to bore anybody. She is looking for a new home. If you're interested, I will put my email in the description box, and just give me an email if you're interested. She is interesting, I have to say, and she has got a lot of labor of love into it, and lots of details. Yes. So I better not keep going on now. So I hope I will be back soon. So let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching, and take care. Bye bye.